if you could grow 4 to 8 inches of height, you would probably take it, right? Like if I told you you could snap your fingers and boom, you gain 4 to 8 inches of height, no matter what your height you get to choose. I don't think there's no man out there who wouldn't say no, I don't want that height. So let me ask you the same question, but a different scenario. If you go to grow 4 to 8 inches by the end of the year, just another snap of your fingers, and by the end of the year, you get to choose how tall you are. You probably wouldn't hesitate to still choose to be taller, right? I don't think there's many men out here who would ever want to go shorter. Because if I said, oh, snap your fingers and you can go 4 inches less in height, there's not going to be many people who say, oh, they want to be 4 inches less in height. So my story is like for almost 5 years, I used to play basketball, and I was always the shortest on the team, always running point guard, and I always have to hustle, work the hardest, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but always being short doesn't help you in no other areas of life. Like, there's no scenario where being short actually helps you when you want to be a man. Some people talk about, oh, maybe fighting or this or that, but I think that being taller and having size and frame as a man is one of the most important things, and being short doesn't help you in any way. That's why a lot of men don't like being short, because when you see a girl that's taller than you, it just makes you feel weird. Like, it makes you feel a certain type of way. So as soon as I got into selling fruit man around freshman, sophomore year, I started doing a lot of things that were actually more healthy for me. Started eating bad foods or doing certain things that helped me grow a lot taller and just helped me become who I am now. I was around 5 foot something freshman year. Now I'm 5'9", 5'8", 5'9". I can dunk now, which I could not do freshman year. I was barely touching the neck in height. Now I can dunk. So yeah, that's something that really helped me. So I'm going over the different things that I've been doing that's really helped me a lot, because a lot of people, they want to dunk, but it's like, it's not even just about dunking. Like, being able to be taller than your dad or than your mom or all these other things really help you a lot. So the first thing I did was try to eat a lot more. But I didn't just go on like a crazy dirty bulk and then have a heart attack like that. No, I ate foods that didn't have no sugar or processed food. So try to stay away from things like McDonald's, or try to stay from sugar. Now, these two things I still struggle with, but back then I was like locked in focus, which I need to do now. But you need to stay away from sugar, processed food. Now, if your priority is getting taller, like that's your number one, like you need to, like you're like 5 foot and you're 17 or something, you need to do that, then make that priority. But if it's not, I'd suggest avoiding carbs as well, because carbs really mess up your brain and make it hard for you to focus. So avoid things like bread and things like heavy carbs. Those are the things that make you feel sluggish and make it harder to work on the things you want to do. The next thing is sleep. Now, for sleep, you should be getting at least 8 hours. But let me ask you a question. If you had to wake up at 8 o'clock and you had to sleep for 8 hours, what time would you go to sleep? If you said 12, then you're wrong. You'd go to sleep at 11, maybe even 10. Because the stupidest thing for somebody to assume is the moment that they touch their bed, they're going to be falling asleep immediately. And also to assume that they're not going to wake up once throughout the night. That's very stupid. It usually takes most people like 30 minutes to an hour to sleep. For some people, even longer, because of all the things they do, like using their phone or not sitting down or shutting down before bed. So for the thing that when it comes to sleeping more, I think for a teenager, you should get at least 9 to 10 hours in bed. Not sleep, just in bed, because then you get at least guaranteed 8 hours in bed if you do the right things. But I think the most important thing for sleep is consistency. There could be a guy, right? Like maybe some days he goes to sleep for 11 hours, some days he goes to sleep for 12, some days he goes to sleep for 7, 8. No matter if he has like 100 more hours at the end of the day, the guy who goes to sleep and wakes up at the same time every day will probably still get more sleep, if not better quality sleep, that actually gives him the benefits of growing taller. So if you can't get a lot of sleep right now, let's say it's Ramadan for you, you have to wake up like at 5 a.m. and you go to sleep like at 8 or 9 a.m., then I just suggest try to be very consistent. Like, even if you're only in bed for 7 hours, okay, make sure that in those 7 hours, you go to sleep at the same time and wake up at the same time every day. You'll reap a lot more benefits than just being consistent, getting a lot of sleep one day and then very little the next. What you also want to do is work out. Now, anytime I tell people work out, they're like, oh, it's time to growth. I tell them to cite me one study or one source or where they even heard that. They just say, oh, it's common sense. That's bullshit. Most people think that working out essentially growth because, let's say you got like 315, let's say you got 315 and then you squat down and it's going to strong your spine. Like, first of all, that's only if you're trying to lift extremely heavy. I don't think nobody here is trying to lift like 500 pounds extremely heavy, which is going to be able to depress your spine. And second of all, that's not how it works. When you're lifting weights, and first of all, there's many reasons why that mentality doesn't work. But the first one I just want to go over is, okay, so let's say they take out squats. What else is going to be there to stunt their growth? Like, people only think you're going to have like 500 pounds and then you're going to be squatting like that every single day and it's going to assure you. No, that's not how it works. Your bones need muscle to grow. Because let's say you grew 8 inches taller right now, but you didn't put on a single muscle mass, right? You know how skinny you would be? You probably wouldn't be able to walk because your bones need muscle to support it. And if your bones don't have muscles around it to support it, you won't be able to grow taller. So that's why you need to work out. And working out also increases testosterone, which will also help you get taller. So yeah, make sure you work out. It doesn't really matter the workout, it just has to be high intensity. It can be calisthenics, it can be boxing, any type of workout that's high intensity that actually makes you sweat. And that's the workout you should be doing. Another thing you should be doing is try to get sunlight. Try to go outside at least every day for at least like a 5 to 10 minute walk. And the best time to get sunlight is in the morning, so I suggest after you wake up, get it. If you can't get it, you can get it on your way to school, on the way back from school, or just trying to find a time to routine your day where you can get some nice sunlight, because it helps you. And then sunlight also has many benefits which are healthy for you. But the main reason sunlight helps you is it helps build your circadian rhythm. When you wake up, the best thing to do is look at the sun. But people tell you this, but don't tell you why. The best reason to look at the sun in the morning is because, like, when you look at the sun, it's gonna set a timer in your brain saying, okay, it's morning now. It should be nighttime in 12 hours, and that's what'll make you sleepy when those 12 hours come later. So try to look in the sunlight, like directly in the sun when you wake. Not directly, but like, look up at the sky or get good glimpses of the sun. Even if it's dark outside, just look at the sun longer, and you'll get more of that sunlight into your eyes. Another thing is visualization. Now this one you can't really prove, can't really disprove, but I just felt like for me, a lot of times in the past, I had a coach who was similar to my height, and some days I would just imagine myself like being like him being like up to my chest, like, being very shorter than me when he was like same height. And then the more I did it, after a few months, he was like, yeah, he's basically that height now. So I can't say this will guarantee work, but another thing that can help you is just visualization, because your body can't tell what's real and what's not. Like, if you think of like a sexy woman 10 out of 10 right now, you might get hard, but there's no woman in front of you. So now if you think about height, it could do the same thing, and it has worked for me. So just sit down for like 1 to 2 minutes any day after free time. Just visualize you being taller than older people you know. Like that one friend who's taller than you, visualize him being like barely up to your shoulder and doing those things. And the last thing is sprinting. Sprinting helps you grow taller because basically when you sprint, it releases growth hormones, and it also lets your growth plates, like from your knee, it lets your growth plates stretch out. So sprinting also helps. And as a basketball player, I sprinted a lot, like almost every practice, almost every day. I was sprinting for a long period of time, but it shouldn't be long. You should probably do like 4 to 5 sets of 30 seconds, or you could try to do like sprinting for 3 to 4 minutes straight, whatever one fits you best. So yeah, those are the things that helped me grow. It was eating, sleeping, sprinting, getting sunlight, and making sure to visualize. So yeah, those are the things that help me grow taller from like 5 foot to now 5'8". And I hope those help you grow taller as well, because I know that as a man, you really want to grow taller, and it really helps you when you're taller than older people you know. It's like just being able to see somebody at your chest level just makes you feel a lot better, especially with girls. Like when you're taller than them, it just makes you feel a lot better. So yeah, if you want, subscribe to the channel to meet more men like you and me, people who are actually approving, maintaining gratitude journey, learning how to make money, building a great physique. So yeah, subscribe to the channel if you want to meet more people like us, man. I'm gonna see you.